Okay, everybody, here we go. Can you hear me? We're gonna have some fun today. I feel kind of zany. Um, Look, let me just start off well at the beginning here. This is my post market freak show. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. My freaking freak show. You can't make this up. What I'm going to show you with charts and everything else you can think about. No one could possibly do it, but at least I couldn't. I can't speak for everyone, but there's no way to make it up. And we're going to cover a lot of stuff here with all you guys and girls. And thank you for being here with me, honestly. The prayers and the thoughts keep coming in from my Vega, and I appreciate you so much. You guys are the best. I love you guys. She's doing okay. All right, she's up there with the Almighty, and you know what? I'm okay with that. All right, listen, guys. I want you guys and girls to make note of something. There's something called the LEI index. Mitch, thank you. Leading Economic Indicators Index. Okay. Basically, it's 10 components. It takes 10 major components of the economy and puts them together in an index. Every single leading economic indicator is pointing down and is going lower. Okay. So, they could continue to gaslight us with whatever they want. And we just got a nice piece of propaganda today with these jobs numbers. They're all fake. This little poll I got going on here, I fall in it's all fake data. It's how much of the government data that they allow us to know is really accurate. I don't believe any of it's accurate. I honestly believe it's all fake. Thank you, Flash News Lord. I appreciate that. But we're going to cover a lot of stuff today. Now, I want you to understand that. Let's start off. Let's start off with this. Let's start off with a piece of propaganda, and there's going to be more of this exact same thing here. I sent this out earlier in my newsletter. You could not make this up if you even tried to. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is the headline here. Job openings showed a surprising increase to 7.4 million in April. Now, this is the true breakdown. I'm going to show this to you. Okay, higher job openings, they say 7.4 million jobs available, but this is the real breakdown. Many of these are low wage, high turnover service jobs like hospitality and food services. It doesn't reflect the collapse in full-time, high-paying career jobs. Those are vanishing. Real labor market cracks. We're seeing rising layoffs and declining hours worked. Labor force participation rate. This is their own chart. Look at this. Look at this arrow here. Does this look like we're moving up or is this cratering? Well, yeah, it's cratering. Consumer spending is slowing. Small businesses are closing. Hardly any sign here of a healthy labor market. This headline is pure propaganda. Pure propaganda. The proof is in your face. This is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. I got this off the Federal Reserve's website, but this is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. I mean, they think we're that stupid. I have to tell you, they think we're that stupid. And we're not stupid. And again, despite, hold that thought. Let's move on to a couple of other things that you're going to find kind of interesting. So again, going back to the LEI, the index that we're going to speak about right now at length. This is a headline from Market Watch. Lion of Norway, thank you. Thank you. Further downside on radar as U.S. economic forecasts for 2025 and 2026 are reduced again. The U.S. economy this morning, we covered it, just got yet again downgraded. Okay, we're going nowhere. But it's interesting how the stock market finished higher. Yeah, let me show this to you. Even though we got another downgrade to the economy, and for every forecast, every leading economic indicator is saying we're going worse, the stock market did put on some gains here. Who's buying it? There's a few things going on here. You guys know what's happening. There's no doubt about it. Ex-Lava, she's here. She'll tell you the truth. The market believes it's going to be pumped full of more easy money, and it is. The 10-year yield today, stable. Okay, the Fed's buying it all to keep it stable. You have to understand. I think you guys already know that. Let me just throw this stuff off. The dollar, this is the relative strength, still below 100, going much lower. Commodities today, gold and silver. All right, after yesterday's epic moves, this is what we got. Crude oil going higher. This is what's happening with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies overall. President Trump is now, and I'm not putting the man down, okay? He's a businessman. That's what he does. He's coming out with a new crypto wallet. And I am sure that a lot of you are going to sign up for Donald Trump's crypto wallet. Like we need another one of these. I mean, they're everywhere. But if you guys and girls are interested in Donald Trump's president, Donald Trump's, and I am not putting the man down. Again, he's a businessman. He's looking to capitalize. He has an enormous following. Okay. He's going to get a lot of people to sign up for his crypto wallet. And that's good for him. It's good for him. It's good for his family. And that's fine. So if you guys are interested in President Trump's crypto wallet, you can go sign up for that. I personally am not going to do that, not because I have anything against President Trump, okay? He's a businessman, like I said. Let him do what he's got to do. You know what? I'm going to save something else for last. So I want you to think about what I said. U.S. economic downgrade. Everything is pointing towards us getting worse yet again, but we got the stock market higher. Now, I want to outline this for you, as I alluded to at the very beginning. Lions. Leading U.S. economic indicators drop again. Now, what did we just find out yesterday? Did you notice something? What I'm about to tell you, not a word, not a syllable. And I flipped through CNBC, Bloomberg, Fox Business all day long. Not a single word. How we are now officially in a recession with regard to manufacturing. 3 consecutive months of no growth, going lower into the negative, is the definition of it. Nowhere, it's gone. You can't imagine that. All right. Anyway, so I want to cover this with you guys, and I'm gonna say it's just follow this indicator, the LEI. Just Google this, and you're gonna really get a lot out of it. So, leading U.S. Economic indicators drop again. The storm is not coming. It's already here. No lines. The LEI, the Conference Board leading economic index, continues to drop. The LEI is made up of 10 components, as I alluded to earlier here. Things like new orders, building permits, jobless claims, stock prices, interest rate spreads, blah, blah, blah. It's all there for you to read. When they all are turning down like this, it's a sign that this economic slowdown here is broad-based. It's not a slowdown. We're not going anywhere. We're literally falling off a cliff. Now, the LEI has predicted every recession in the modern era. But again, it's off the table. If you were to turn on Fox Business, Bloomberg, CNBC, no, it's off the table, just like transitory and temporary. Well, that wasn't true. Do you believe that what they're saying, their script, is true? Of course not. Now, the Conference Board Economic Index, the LEI, is one of the most respected forward-looking indicators known to the financial world. It measures the pulse of the economy looking ahead 6 to 9 months. So what we're seeing now with every single economic indicator lower, it's telling us that in 6 to 9 months from now, it will be worse than it is currently. You understand? So that's what it's designed to do. That's why it's important for you guys to follow this. I'll keep you on top of it. But again, it's not telling us where we are. We know where we are. The LEI is telling us where we're going to be in 6 to 9 months from now. Now let us move forward. Here's what it's saying. Sharp drop in April, negative 1% in March, revised lower, negative 0.8. That's 2-month streak of significant declines. Now, for the last 6 months, we've also been in decline. 2% in the last 6 months, same decline as the previous 6 months. No sign of improvement. Okay, steady decline. That's all we're seeing. Now, what it means, the LEI is telling us that the U.S. economy is heading deeper into a slowdown. Again, this indicator telling us 6 to 9 months ahead, not where we are now. It is also confirming with the bond market and manufacturing data, which we just got. We're in a recession here. are already warning Babylon's debt-fueled illusions are unraveling. They can't hide this stuff because we know where to look, man. This consistent decline without even a hint of recovery says that no amount of spin is going to change the truth, but they're not even trying to spin it. It's devoid. You can't hear this. They're not talking about inflation on Fox Business, CNBC, Bloomberg. It's just not there anymore. The commentators are not given the script. All they do is read a teleprompter. It's missing any inflation data. They're not talking about it. They're not talking about the manufacturing recession that we are officially in now. They're not talking about anything that makes any sense. It's all propaganda. It's all look over here. Don't look over there. And it's all fake. The data is fake, 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 fake. I don't know another way to put it. So this is consistent decline without the hint of recovery says that no amount of spin can change the truth. The U.S. economy is in a sustained and worsening decline. Don't listen to me. This is the LEI, the most respected economic indicator that there possibly is. Again, looking at 10 sectors, 10 components to come up with what's happening. And it's telling us right here and right now that we're going to be worse off in 6 to 9 months than we are right now. I write here at the end, stay vigilant, hold the line. Babylon's illusions can't hide what the LEI is showing us, man. And the storm is not coming. It's already here. Now, for my last act here, okay, how many of you even saw this? America's biggest lender is closing its wallet, and investors and homebuyers will feel it. Here's what to watch. Let me read this to you real quick. Over the past 40 years, this is this gentleman, this Charlie Garcia. This is not me. Over the last 40 years, Japan has helped bankroll Americans' lifestyle while its own economy sank into decades of stagflation. Now that the tab is due, and it might cost the United States a fortune. The Japanese have been floating America's boat since the mid-'80s, and now the bill has come due. Well, how are we going to pay this bill? We don't have it. We owe them, I don't know how many trillions of dollars. You think we're going to go to war with Japan first? I have no idea. We're not paying them. They're not getting paid anything. So how do you think that's going to work out here? It's going to be very, very interesting if you ask me. What do you guys and girls think, huh? Anyway, look, man, this is just incredible. Could you honestly make any of this stuff up? Is it possible that maybe I just lack the talent? Because I would not be able to make any of this stuff up. It's impossible. Anyway, look, guys, a lot of people keep asking me questions about the stock market, and I get that. Every single day, including today, every business day, I give you a full breakdown of where the market's likely to go. And if you have been following what I've said every day with regard to where the market would go, the stock market, the broader market, the S&P 500, crude oil, gold, Bitcoin, and XRP, every day I do a breakdown on these with trades. If you have gotten involved in this, people, you've made a lot of money. And I hope you're taking a percentage of that and paying it forward, donating it to a charity that you believe in. You know what you would have to pay for this stuff here? I do it for free because I believe in my heart that those of you that follow my work are going to pay it forward. So if you're using that and you're making cash, not every trade has been successful. Fact. But I'm going to tell you that 80%, and that's probably being conservative, have been correct. That means that if you're following that, my breakdowns in my trades, yeah, you've lost some, but you've made a lot more than you've lost. So every day I do this for you, and I will have it out later, probably around 7 p.m. Eastern time. Link in the description of this video, right to my website. Follow these trades. If you don't believe what I am saying, okay, Greg's exaggerating, okay, here's my challenge. Look it up for yourself. Follow this for a month. Make track of exactly what I've said, how I've said to trade it, and you let me know if I'm telling you the truth. Jim, thank you so much. Thank God for dogs. Exactly. We don't deserve them, right? We don't deserve dogs. We don't deserve cats. And the cruelty, the things that people do to these animals, it's incredible. Anyway, look, so follow this stuff, guys and girls. Let me know how you're doing. And please, I know for a fact that if you're one of my lions that are trading and doing that, you're making money. Tell me you're paying it forward. 5% of your 5% of your profit. How's that? 5% of your profit you donate to a charity that you believe in. Sound about right to you? Because you got to pay it forward, man. You want anything in life, you got to give. You know what I'm talking about? That's just the way it is, man. We got to help each other out. It just That's the way it works. That's the way of the universe, man. Without that, it was just over. Anyway, guys, you want to talk about anything else before we get out of here? It's all a lie. Everything is a lie, Fatal. You know that. It's all a lie. Everything is a lie. Everything is a deception. Everything is a distraction. But they think we're stupid. They think we don't know where to look. They believe they're talking to the most dumbed down population, and for the most part, they are in the history of the world. Okay, and I'll tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. I talk to people from all over this world. That's the truth. I have a pretty large fan base in Australia, believe it or not. And I'm going to tell you that people here in the United States, for the most part, are the most dumbed down. There's no doubt about it. They don't know which end is up. They're kept in a state of constant struggle, and they keep being told everything is going to be all right. It's only temporary. It's going to be transitory. This person is going to help you. They're going to turn it all around. We're going to see debts and deficits shrink. We're going to bring back the United States of America. Has any of that happened here? No, nothing. It's been lie after lie after lie after more lies. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's really where we're at. Does it sound about right what I'm telling you? Uh, it's incredible. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. There's going to be, I think we're failing. America and the people of America have been so twisted and distorted and lost their ability to connect with the source for whatever reason, greed and self satisfaction has replaced faith here. I'm not even talking about religion or dogmas. I'm talking about a real relationship with the Almighty, not a zombified public that has to follow a certain set of rituals and a certain set of rules and blood sacrifices and whatever it might be. No, 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 no. I'm talking about a real relationship with the Almighty here. But people have lost that. And let me tell you something. God is watching. You can't hide from it. No one can hide from it. So without reconnecting there, we're all freaking doomed. I mean, you look back on history. Look at the book that you and I follow here. It tells you, honestly, look, guys and girls, I don't know what to say, but we are in a downfall for that reason. That's the real reason, because America has failed because it's lost its connection with the Almighty, period, the end. We got to work on our relationship, not just believing. Oh, I believe. No, it's about a relationship. And every one of us has a personal relationship with the Almighty here. And it doesn't come down to a set of rules or a specific dogma. If you think that's how it works, I think you're deluded, but that's just my take. Who am I to say? But I don't think that's the way it works. And unfortunately, the fall of every single empire is all the same. It's all the same. I think we're pretty much on the same page, don't you think? Anyway, guys and girls, what else can we say? It's this has really turned into more way. It's always been this way. Um, we look beyond the markets. The markets are good and they're fun and they're interesting, but when you see what's going on here and the reality of it, understanding where we're going, how we're being. Do you realize it's a fraction of the population that controls the entire globe? A fraction of a fraction of a fraction of the population controls all of it, all of us here. And they do this. You see, when you want to control, let's say, a nation, okay, like the United States, you don't have to control throngs of people. You only have to control a few, maybe even just one. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate that so much. And then, unfortunately, everyone else, throngs of people fall in line. It's an amazing phenomenon that has gone on since forever. When will silver take off? I think it's doing pretty well. But if you're talking about a real takeoff here of silver, again, it's all predicated based on the debt market. We are going to implode. Don't take my word for this. Jamie Dimon, the freaking Babylonian priest himself, high priest possibly. I think Jamie Dimon is possibly the most powerful banker on earth, other than those that dwell in the halls of the BIS or maybe the IMF or maybe the Federal Reserve. But he's the man. And he's out here saying, or creature, thing, whatever it is, he's out here warning about the debt market. Wow. Not for you, you see, but for he's sending the message out to his elite friends. We're close. We're close. We are coming apart. Okay. I'm not sitting here making this stuff up. Okay. Yeah, I know. He's also saying we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. The debt market's going to implode, everyone, but we're going to be okay. He's talking about his people. We're going to be okay. Not you and I. Like when President Trump, and I'm not picking on the man, I'm telling you what he said. Last tenure, we're all rich. He wasn't talking about you, right, Ronix? I appreciate that. um, he's talking about his rich friends, not about you and I, man. It's an incredible thing to see. And you got to just pay attention to the language and then pay attention to what's really going on here. And I hope you guys are going to start paying attention to the LEI, how this is. And again, it's never been wrong. Um, it's predicted every single recession. And we're already in something way worse than that. I don't know what to say. The United States, unfortunately, along with every other so-called developed nation, what has happened to them? They don't produce. They become zombies, meaning they consume and consume and consume, but don't produce. That's the definition of a zombie. Are we on the same page? I mean, people, this is too easy, this stuff. It's too simple. But that's what's happening here. And this, it can't be stopped. Again, going back to the video I did yesterday morning where I talked about 4 elements, just 4 that are currently in play. Once they start rolling out like that, and feeding on each other, that's what they're doing. It's like a snake eating its own tail. It can't be stopped. It will only exacerbate from here. Patty, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's what's going on. Yeah, exactly. They're going to look, they're not done. You guys and girls know that. I've been saying this for many, many years. If you've been with me, you know I'm telling you the truth. They're not done pressuring us. They are they're creating an environment, and it's deliberate, of course, where people are suffering. And then they offer them signs of hope. Well, this person is going to make it better for me. This is going to get better here. We're going to bring back manufacturing here to the United States. Meanwhile, we don't have the infrastructure. We needed to build the infrastructure first. So you knew that was a lie. And I'm not calling President Trump a liar. Yes, I actually am. Okay. He knew and he knows that we don't have it. It had to build it first, which would take years. Right, Lion of Norway? I appreciate that. Exactly. Your diamond being floated out right now. He's getting floated out right now because the debt market is shaking. It's rattling. And he came out the bottom. You understand? It rattled him out. And as the CEO of the world's largest bank by assets, okay, he's got to come out and say something. And he's got to speak to his 1% fraction of percent of friends and say, listen, it's going to be okay for you. But for everybody else, they're going down. We're nothing. We're nothing but cattle here. You understand? That's all they think that we are. But we're way more than that. I hope you guys and girls are seeing the bigger picture. I know you are. I know I'm sitting here preaching to the choir. I don't know, guys. Now, I'm working on a piece of work. I started earlier on today. I'm going to get it out for you tomorrow morning, hopefully in my morning video. I'm going to outline like 6 or 7 things, maybe 8 things that we really, really, really need to start paying more attention to. And I've been saying forever, you got to raise your awareness. We all know that you can't walk through time and space like a freaking zombie. Okay. We got to engage our brains. And now let me say something else. This is going to sound maybe bizarre to some of you, but probably most of you know. When you reconnect with the source, okay, it opens up your mind. It really, really does. You're able to see things that maybe most people can't. I believe this is true with every fire move whom I am. It's really the truth. And the closer I become, I think, to realizing that, I guess the more enlightened I become as well. We all do. And I want all of us to start really thinking about what it means. We need each other, man, moving forward. We really, really do. And they want us to hate each other. They want us to turn our backs on our from the stuff that we're seeing here, not help each other out. They want you self-centered. Again, not trying to reach out to maybe assist someone else, or a group of people. They just want us separated, and that's their power over all of us. And it's the control by contradiction as well. There's so many facets to this, and I get out here and try to enlighten all of you here, and I'm a lot better at thinking and then writing stuff down than I am at talking here. None of this is scripted. None of it's rehearsed. I'm not reading a teleprompter. There's nothing up here like the freaks on the freaking media outlets who are not telling you about inflation, who are not talking about how manufacturing is officially in a recession. They're not talking about leading economic indicators. Then you got this freak and then that freak getting floated out to tell you some other kind of obscure lie, trying to convince you that it's truth. You have Scott Bessent, our Treasury Secretary, telling you, don't worry about the U.S. debt downgrade. You see what's going on here? Small businesses here can't even roll over their debt anymore. No one wants to take on that risk. We are going to see a collapse of small businesses, which has already started, okay, on a scale that has never been seen before, probably ever. Worse than the Great Depression. But again, when you have a propagandist out here like Scott Bessent, I don't think a single one of you actually trust this guy. I don't trust him. Okay. Look, do your own research on Scott Bessent here. He's not a trustful person. Why President Trump chose him? Well, maybe you need to make up your own mind about that. Okay. Um, Thank you, John. I appreciate that too. But you have to. But again, the U.S. Treasury Secretary has a tough job. They peddle debt. That's all they do. That's all a Treasury Secretary does is peddle debt. And now you got Japan saying, you know what? It's time to pay the piper. What's going to happen here? I really want to see how that's going to unfold. How about you? You can't make it up. It's impossible to do. Anyway, guys, I know I'm sitting here preaching to the choir on this. Look, I hope you guys and girls really are getting something out of these videos. I love being here with you. It's these live streams kind of make my day. When I sit there in the morning and I record them, they're kind of like, it's kind of boring. But I love being here with you guys and, watching you guys chat in real time. All right, so this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to part ways here. I have a lot of work to do. I am going to do those chart reviews for you. I'll get them out in a couple of hours with trades, and I want to hear from you. I really, really do. How many of you are using that? I don't want to do it just to do it. I want you guys to benefit from it, but then I want you to pay it forward. That's all I ask. 5%, right, Mitch? Sounds reasonable. Just 5%. And you're not going to win all your trades. I don't care what you are, a computer algorithm, whatever it might be. Even they're going to be wrong. But if you're pulling an 80% or better record, I mean, you can't do better than that. And it's just free information for everyone. And I hope you're not just being greedy and hoarding it for yourself. Pay it forward, man. And you'll do better in the longer run. Anyway, that's it, guys. We're kind of done. Where is Alan Greenspan? Honestly, he's usually here. Tell me something happened to that guy, because I can't handle that. We lost Lord Humongous a while back. Another guy. And he was here with me forever, man. That guy. All right, all of us here, guys and girls, love you from the heart with all I got. I mean that. Share the video, please. If you got something out of this, I want to hear from you. Thumbs up if I've earned it. And we're going to resume this in the morning. I have, again, I'm going to work on something I was working on earlier today. I'm putting together some things that are really important. I like to think that all this is important, really. And but you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just out here talking. No, I'm not racing the Coco tonight or tomorrow. Probably next week. I'll have it done here. I'm putting in a methanol water injection system in it right now. Just swapped out the valve springs. A couple of things going on. All right, guys. See you all in the morning. All right, you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers. Vega is in a great place right now, and she's not suffering anymore. And I did have the honor and privilege to care for her for 16 and a half years. We adopted her at the age of 1 from the shelter. She was like this big, little tiny thing. All right, guys. I'll see you in the morning.